With the crystal ball pick of the week for me, they have benched Daniel Jones. Tommy DeVito, not Danny DeVito, but Tommy DeVito will be the starter for the Giants. And it's going to be another get-right game for Nabers. Malik Nabers, I think he's fourth in targets this year, but he's first in average targets per game with 11.8 targets per game. That is number one in the league. He was compared heavily to Marvin Harrison Jr. at the beginning of the year. Marvin Harrison Jr. is averaging 6 catches a game, so half the amount as Malik Nabers. So let's go, Malik Nabers. Let's keep slinging it. He's going to look at his number one option and just keep throwing him the ball over and over and over, and they're going to be losing. So they're going to keep throwing him the ball the whole game. Marcus, who you got?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be Bo Nix. I saw an interesting stat just looking at some waiver wire articles today, and Bo Nix is available in over 50% of fantasy leagues. I think he's going to be an easy top 10 quarterback this week. The Raiders are a great matchup when it comes to that. Just coming from what Bo Nix can provide, we like those guys that can rush. Bo Nix is not afraid to just get a whole bunch of yards on the ground, 50 plus, 60, 70 plus rushing yards. Those add up. Just throw a couple of touchdowns, and he's good to go. In his last 7 games, 5 of those, he's had at least 17 fantasy points. In a year where it's hard to get production from quarterbacks, it seems like, that'll be an easy top 10. So there's people out there that are still probably starting Patrick Mahomes. I would rather start Bo Nix this week, I think. Probably just a bold call, not anything that blow up in my face, but it's just, I guess my point is that Nick shouldn't be a free agent. If you have Josh Allen on bye, I believe Bills have bye this week, Bo Nix should be your number one pickup there. If you have Jalen Hurts, Lamar, guys like that, obviously start him. But I think Bo Nix is in for a really good game. He's been doing it, and he just sits in free agencies. Nobody wants to play him. I think this week there's no reason to shy away from the Raiders matchup, so give me Bo Nix.
What a world we're living in where it might be a good idea to play a rookie quarterback over Patrick Mahomes. But I think the logic's there. I don't know that I would trust him enough to do it. I will say I am a little nervous about Bo Nix coming back and robbing us of our Jaden Daniels Rookie of the Year pick. I think that gap's rapidly closing. So
Really?
like the Bo Nix call, look what Nix has done the last few weeks versus Jaden's last couple of games has not been that good. They do have a pretty light schedule going forward, so I do think Jaden can hold on to that. Do we have an odds update?
Yeah, we do. I mean, this is what it is right now. Plus, depending on where you are.
So around plus 400. I think that was recently like plus 1,200 for Bo Nix within the last couple of weeks, and I know Jaden Daniels was pushing minus 1,000. So that gap's definitely closing.
I think Brock
Jaden's
deserving to do that, but whatever.
Is now the time to bet Jaden Daniels since that gap has gotten more favorable for
I'm not
him to win this?
Well, I mean, I already have Jaden Daniels bet, and I'm not going to bet him at minus 400. If it came down to close to even money or something like that, maybe. But I think Bo Nix is an interesting bet at that point. But anyway, not got off track here. I'm going to go with a similar idea as Marcus. I'm going to go with Drake Maye, rookie quarterback. Doesn't have as easy as a matchup, but similar to Nix, Maye has sneaky rushing potential, and getting those extra like 20 to 50 yards rushing a game just adds up. You also have the Dolphins, who, and you haven't really seen it as much this year, but one of the best things that can happen to your quarterback is the other team scoring like an 80-yard touchdown, because then your quarterback goes right back on the field down more points. So Dolphins, they can score in a hurry. If that happens, you could get kind of a shootout game with the Patriots. And Dolphins have Jalen Ramsey and some good defensive backs, but there's no one receiver that you're really relying on the Pats either. So probably not a guy that I'm going to end up starting in like a 10-team league, but super flex or maybe a 12, 14-team league, I think Maye could be a good option.
Sure. Moving on. Big Marty.
Justin Herbert. That's my pick. He has not had a fantastic season. He was probably I would guess that his availability was probably pretty high until just a few weeks ago. He's been really great over the last 5 weeks, however. 279 passing yards or more in 4 out of his last 5 games. And this week, he gets to play the Baltimore Ravens, who have given up the second highest yards per game. So I think we're going to continue to see him perform at a high level here. And I really like Justin Herbert. And actually, if your league's not past the trade deadline, or if he happens to be a free agent in your league, he has nothing but top 10 matchups for the next 4 weeks. So I think he's in for a really good stretch if you're trying to make a playoff push.
Hell yeah, everybody. What a show. What a show. Again, thanks for watching. Anybody closing thoughts? Or I think we're pretty good.
Yes, special shout out to Jason. His birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Jason. Round of applause. If you're watching, make sure you're smash that like button and subscribe. We're growing this channel. We're on here live every Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday.
Probably off next week.
At least one day.
We're probably off next week because of Thanksgiving.
We don't have to tell them that. They can still tune in and watch
I did get this green wave hat for my birthday, so I'll share that.
Green wave? What's green wave? No, the
Tulane. Dark horse for the college football playoff.
Yeah, top 20 in the nation now. I think they're really a long shot. I think Boise has to lose the next probably 2 games. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen. But
what about IU?
Oh man, I root for the Green Wave. It's the only college game I ever went to. Cheapest beer in the country, actually, just so you know. You can get Tall Boys of PBR for $2.75. A college football game. I mean,
they're doing pretty good at those games. They're getting wild.
Oh man, I was hammered. I was so hammered. I walked back to my house. It was a great time. And then nowadays, you go any other stadium, I feel like you can't get a beer for less than $9. We were just at the Pacers game. I feel like that beer was probably what? That was at least
$12, $13.
Yeah, you'll spend more than your ticket.
Oh no, Green Wave all day, baby. Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe again.
What is
so much?